You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name is Neil, and today we're over Skype, as per usual. So I'm joined by Matt. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing good. How are you, Neil?
Doing well. Your internet is down, I believe, so you have some people coming out to fix it?
Yeah, an entire week of quarantine with no internet or cable. It's been wonderful.
And what have you been doing to keep yourself sane?
Sleeping about 16 hours a day.
There you go. That's...
Like a turtle.
Yeah.
I can only laugh because I've been sleeping 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Matt has reinserted himself into the Matrix.
Well, the other members of our team I don't believe are currently comatose. That would be Ken and Jeff. How are you?
I'm here. What's up?
I don't know if you don't know I'm not comatose. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, who could tell the difference?
To thine own self be comatose, right, Jeff? Is that philosophy?
Yes, I believe that is what the Lord said in Psalms 24:7.
Oh, good. Well, after all of that about sleeping and whatnot, we're joined by two very special guests, our podcast sisters, Julie and Lauren from the Misinformation Podcast. How are you?
Hey guys, in the house.
This is crazy. We all rented
in our respective houses.
Well, I was going to say,
from each other.
We rented an Airbnb, and we're all in different rooms.
Yes. As per usual, like we do every year.
We had to find a centralized location, so we're all currently recording from Akron, Ohio.
Ugh, it's terrible here, you guys. There's nothing to do.
That's
Ohio,
what company retreats, though.
Yes, it is the best company retreat we could all have put together.
Mm-hmm. It's the only one we could afford.
So what's new in your world? What are you guys up to?
Oh, man. Staying safe and healthy. Yeah, we're both working from home. Yeah. Which for museum work is not exciting. By the way.
You're always wearing white gloves,
we can
right?
do some work from home. Yes, just say exactly. That. Absolutely.
Yes, that's true. That is very good. And you're both wearing white gloves currently. You're holding different, They seem like artifacts, but it could just be a cup of coffee. I'm not sure.
It's like everything in the house. We try to keep our skills up, object handling skills. So I'll gently cradle a sugar bowl throughout the house for 8 hours a day. And every Friday you rearrange all of the art on the walls. All the art in the house. I've already put labels. Yep. I put labels on everything. I've moved on from the art to now the furniture, our knickknacks. You can't sit on anything. It's really putting a damper on my life.
It's like athletes when they're on the off season.
You have to stay 2 feet away from all the walls too, right?
Yes, you can't lean. No leaning.
No flash photography.
No flash photography.
Wait,
so that kills my side business. Am I right? Heyo.
Yeah, right. Matt, that reminds me of when we worked at Starbucks. Wasn't that our manager's credo? Was if you have time to lean, you have time to clean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
heard that quite a bit.
Yeah,
sounds like a fun person.
Whoever invented that phrase is in the bad place for sure. Absolutely.
Well, that was our mantra. It was if the same person comes every day, orders the one same item they always order, make sure to always upsell the new product because they're going to buy it one day, which they never do. And you get yelled at.
Man, corporate life is soul crushing, huh, guys?
15 years of it.
Yeah.
That's why I quit my job. Yay!
Yay! Oh yeah, how you doing, Ken?
I'm unemployed.
And how many hours a day are you sleeping?
Actually, only 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I live a pretty normal life. This is a life designed for me, basically. If I could go out,
all of us.
if I could go out and visit my friends, this would actually be perfect for me.
Plus, the day after the quarantine came down, I think I texted Julie and I was like, "Oh no, Ken!"
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh no, Ken!"
My life did get screwed up a little bit, but we can go into that later.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry to bring it up. Glad you were sleeping well, though.
Okay, I live with the reality that my life was ruined 24/7, so don't worry about it.
Ken.
I'm just kidding. Relax.
But
16/7. You're sleeping 8 hours a night.
This is my character, don't you know?
Yeah, that's true. Garfield.
Yep.
That's right. And he's jacked right now, too. You don't see it, audience, but Ken is jacked. He's
stayed swole. I'm so jealous.
He is as big.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
As big
I have been working out every day.
Yeah.
Jacked Nihilist Garfield. That's
there you go.
Yes.
Can I get that as a manga?
Jack Nihilist Garfield. Well, Ken looks as big as Dutch from the movie Commando, if you're familiar, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger. So it's pretty big.
Wow.
Wow.
I think that's an exaggeration, but okay.
Whatever we say here is true. That's what we know. Well, we came together today. Like we said, we're in Akron, Ohio. We're in an Airbnb. Someone had a cat here, so I've been sneezing a lot, but we've tried cleaning as much as we could. But we've all brought questions to just play a game for fun, a very casual game, because right now, who needs order, right? I mean, we just want to relax and have fun and enjoy each other's company from different rooms, and I don't know what else to say about it.
Love it. We're excited.
Yeah, well, I am too. I'm just happy to be talking to someone.
Right?
It's always fun when we get together, though.
It is.
So let's not toss it to the rules, guys, since we threw the rule book out the window here.
That's true. We threw the rule book out the window. We put our badge on the desk. We handed in our gun.
We're called a loose cannon.
I was going to say, you think I gave back my gun? It's quarantine.
Yeah, we're vigilantes now. We've slept long enough to become the villain, or whatever that quote is from Batman.
That poor rules guy needs work, and here we are taking it away from him.
Yeah,
what a shame.
We'll still pay him.
Yeah,
just under contract.
Yeah, right.
He's warming the bench right now.
Exactly.
So let's see. So I wrote a swing round, so I won't go first. But if we went sort of in normal format, we would need 5 questions here. So who would like to go first? Anyone?
I'll go first.
Ken's going to go first. Awesome.
All right. So basically, these questions are for whoever generally, but I wrote my questions based on what's been keeping me occupied during quarantine, right?
Nice.
So
Nice.
this first question is for Neil first. I'd like to see what Neil says about this.
Okay.
It's about Lord of the Rings, because I've been reading the Silmarillion and watching the Lord of the Rings, right?
Wow,
So,
bless you.
The sword that is wielded by Frodo and Bilbo in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, like many swords in the series, has a name. When Frodo stabs an orc with it, he might just leave it sticking in there for a while. What is the name of his sword?
You said
Jeff just loses it.
It's great.
Okay, so you said it's a sword that Frodo and who
Frodo
else?
and Bilbo.
Oh, and Bilbo. Oh, Bilbo's the
You don't
old
know
one,
who
right?
Those people are.
Okay, and what was your clue? You stick it in and leave it in? I don't know if this is right, but by that logic, you would probably want a sword called Sting.
Yes, Neil's right. It is Sting.
Okay.
Did you get it solely from the clue?
Just from the clue. I don't know if that's right.
Unbelievable.
Nice job. Nice job.
Good
Thank
job,
you.
Neil.
Thank you. I'm going to hold on to this victory for a long time.
All right. Number 2. I've been practicing a lot of guitar, keeping my amp pretty low as to not annoy the neighbors. What is the name used for the guitar tuning that involves lowering the 6th string 1 full step? This tuning, or some variation of it, is widely used in metal.
Oh,
And I use it quite a bit too.
I know it, but I'll let someone else guess if they don't.
I'm trying to make eye contact with
Lauren
Julia
made a
through the
face
screen.
like she's like, oh yeah, you know,
No, I
obviously.
and for a second I was like, oh, I got this. And then no, I do not. I think I was thinking of something else at the time.
It's great because you could play anything and it sounds super metal when you do it.
I'm pretty sure I know it.
John, 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 John.
Wow. Oh my God, that was such a good impression. Were you just playing the guitar?
Yeah, sure.
Wow. Your mouth does a great guitar impression.
It's better than my real guitar impression.
You're the pentatonics of podcasts.
I could not even begin to think of a possible guess. I'm going to say diminished fifth.
Right, well,
I don't even know if that's a thing. So don't listen to me,
I actually
Joel.
think that is what you called Fifth Harmony after one of the members left.
Yeah. Oh, hey-oh, that's good.
Thank you.
Or when your brother drinks a handle of Jack Daniels and fills it up with water.
Which Julia
Puts it
is
back in
very
the cupboard.
very familiar with.
Matt, what do you think?
Oh, it's very similar to when, my little sister, when she was a kid, she fumbled the big jug of orange juice and we said it was a drop D.
So I was close is what you're saying.
Drop D, yeah.
Dropped. All right, I'm going to write this down.
You would tune the E down to a D so everything sounds chunky and scary. Yep, it's drop D.
Don't a lot of rock bands use that too? Like,
what's that?
A lot of rock bands use that too, right? Because I've heard that from like Weezer or like Nirvana and stuff.
They
sometimes.
can, yeah.
Yeah, then the top three strings are D, A, D, and then you can play basically a bar chord just straight down on any fret. So it's really easy to kind of change chords.
All right. So I've also started watching The Good Place. Unfortunately, I can't find the fourth season anywhere to watch right now. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to hit streaming. But in the TV show The Good Place, the neighborhood is initially completely littered with shops selling what? Okay, dessert treat.
This is my favorite show on television, so I know it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it sounds like the ladies and Jeff know this one. Matt and Neil, any guesses here?
I do know this one as well, but I've answered a question, so I will defer.
Okay. Well, I watched this relatively recently, but I don't particularly remember. But I think it's frozen yogurt. I'm just going to say frozen yogurt.
Nice.
It's like I feel like you should be able to get froyo on any corner.
Yep. I think he says something like, "Isn't this just the perfect human food? Take something amazing and make it less awesome," or something like that.
So that you can eat more of it.
So you can eat more of it. That's right. Yep. It's frozen yogurt.
My favorite flavors are fully charged cell phone battery and feminism.
Delicious.
All right. Well, the next thing I've been doing that probably takes up the most amount of time is playing Final Fantasy games. I think Matt's there with me too, right?
Yeah, I put about 60 hours into that remake.
Yeah, I got a bunch of the old ones on my Xbox, and it has a speed up function, so you could play them in like half the time, but it still takes like 25 hours or so. But it significantly improves the game. But anyways, regarding Final Fantasy, Ludacris's fantasy was an elaborate piece of romantic literature. Part of his fantasy involved getting you on the 50-yard line of a pro sports stadium where a college team called the Panthers also played. Unfortunately for Luda, it seems this part of the fantasy won't come true, as it was imploded in 2017. What is the name of that stadium?
No, this one for sure.
That question, can I tell you? You took me on a journey. I went on a full. I was like, Final Fantasy. Okay, Ludacris. All right. What? Football?
Yep, it's technically a sports question.
You're right.
There was a big Ludacris Nelly debate last night on Twitter. Ludacris crushed Nelly. So
well, yeah, Nelly couldn't get his internet working. It was hilarious. The memes going around. It was so funny. But yeah, I know this one. Does anyone else know this one? Because I used to love pumping this song through the old stereo system, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you like
another
to listen
great
to it?
podcast.
Your JVC Kaboom box.
I did have a JVC Kaboom box. I did. I literally did, and I would put this song through it.
Yeah, wearing your lugs.
Yeah, there you go.
You're giving it to him now, Neil?
Oh yeah, from your head to your toes. Yep.
This is deeply uncomfortable.
You know, we'll let you answer.
Well,
initially I was going to make this question more sexual, but I think I hit the mark right on the head there.
So, yeah. Ken, you're really going to like one of my questions then.
All right, great.
Jeff, do you know this one?
I have a guess, but I don't know this one for sure. And it's just based on what I know about Ludacris.
Who knew he knew anything about Ludacris?
Well, I'm
So-
pretty sure he's out of Atlanta. So my guess would be I know that they don't play in the old Georgia Dome anymore or whatever because now they've moved to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So I would guess it was where the Falcons used to play, but that would be the only thing I can think of, which would be the old Georgia Dome.
Yeah. The Georgia Dome on the 50-yard line where the Dirty Birds kick for free. And if you like it in the club, we can do it in the DJ booth or in the back of the VIP. There you go.
Or the VIP.
There you go. It's the Georgia Dome. Good job. All right.
What?
So
Mr. Fisher. Oh my.
he's
Next
got
time we are
secrets.
able to all meet again in person and do a karaoke event, I fully expect that Ludacris will be.
Please. Oh my God. We will drive to Chicago to do this.
I'd like to see Neil do back to back his very professional crooner voice,
Sinatra.
and then Ludacris back to back.
I'll do it.
That'd
Yeah.
be fabulous.
I got to work
It
on
really
that one.
It really shows your range. Really shows off your range.
Oh, thank you. That's what I try. I try to do that. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, for my last question, you guys mentioned it earlier, but I've been trying to stay active during this quarantine. And part of that involves doing yoga like every 2 days. So yoga poses, which one of these did I make up? So I'm going to read several yoga poses. You just let me know which one's fake. The happy baby, the corpse, the destroyer of the universe, wild thing, indignant hippo, and super soldier. Only one of those is a fake yoga pose.
Only one of those is a fake yoga pose?
That's right.
Was one of them Indignant Hippo?
Yes.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's a good band name for sure.
Well,
Or
Happy Baby is real,
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
and Corpse Pose is my favorite of them
It's
all.
the best yoga pose.
You're
I've
just
been doing a lot.
starfish on the ground, flat.
I too, Ken, have been doing a lot of yoga lately, so I'm with you on that. But I felt like I was gonna get this until you got to like the last three. I was like, I don't think I've done any of these. I feel like Destroyer of the Universe and Super Soldier are both, because yoga is all about peace, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, well, although there's Warrior, there's a Warrior 1 and
Yeah.
Warrior 2.
Well, if there's a Warrior, could there be a Super Soldier 2? They feel like they'd be the same. And Super Soldier's from Marvel. Isn't that what
Yeah, I
they-
feel like that's like a video game or comic book or
that was
something.
the Super Soldier serum is what they give Captain America.
Also
Ah.
known as Chris Evans' white blood cells.
Mm-hmm. Or
There you
CGI
go.
in reverse.
Yeah,
I
right.
believe it's
I'm gonna say Destroyer of the Universe.
Okay. Any other guesses?
I'm gonna guess that Wild Thing.
I think it's Super Soldier.
Okay.
Man, it's all across the board. I don't know. I think Destroyer of the Universe is a trick, but I think it's real because I think it's got to do with like, Vishnu or one. I'm not sure which one of the gods is the angry one, but
Isn't that the one where you fart in hot yoga?
yeah.
That's Destroyer of the class.
Of the studio.
That's when you don't want to you want to social distance in your yoga class. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wild Thing as well.
Okay,
With
Jeff.
Julia.
Nobody guessed Indignant Hippo. I don't think it's right, but I'm going to go with it.
Jeff is the only one that's right. I made up Indignant Hippo.
Wow, man, I got to get back into practice
Yeah, so
and
most
learn all these crazy ones.
Super Soldier and Destroyer of the Universe are insane looking. Feel free to look them up. Wild Thing's not too crazy. Corpse and Happy Baby are, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
Corpse is just laying there, and Happy Baby is you lay on your back and grab your feet and pull your legs in. So there you go. An Indignant Hippo is nothing.
Oh my God, I'm looking at Destroyer of the Universe. That doesn't seem possible.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's rough.
It's basically a triangle pose with your leg behind your head.
Oh, that's their
Easy.
leg. I didn't see their leg behind their head.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Oh my God, I hate that. No.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, no kidding.
That'll do it for my questions here. Who's next?
Julie, you wrote.
I wrote the final.
Julia wrote the final, so
Okay.
I can go next.
LT is next.
LT is next. All right. So my questions don't really have much in common besides just like things that I thought of. So things from Lauren's brain. All right. Question number 1. One of the most popular celebrity fragrances of the early 90s was this one, quote unquote, created by Elizabeth Taylor, with top notes of bergamot, neroli, lily, and orange, and heart notes of violet, jasmine, rose, lang lang, narcissus, and Egyptian tuberose. Elizabeth starred in the iconic commercials where she dropped her earring on the table of a group of men playing poker and stated, "These have always brought me luck." What is this Liz appropriate perfume name?
I think I know this one. I'm going to back out for now and see if the other guys know it.
I felt like Neil would have an idea here.
Yeah, I used to talk about this with my mom. We used to watch commercials together, so I think I know it.
I think I've seen like a spoof of this or something like that.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
There was like a 30 Rock bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah, there was.
What about one of her? It's Liz
With
appropriate.
Rachel
So what
Dratch.
about one of her roles, like Cleopatra?
I think it has to do with something with the earrings. Diamonds or
eternal.
something coming to me, but I don't know.
Diamonds.
Yeah, I know nothing about this, so I am no help.
I also
You wanna
think
make a
it's
guess?
like eternal or something like that. I don't know.
The only perfume from that era I could even think of is Calvin Klein's Obsession, and I know it's not right. So
What was Britney Spears' perfume? Did she have one?
She has several.
Yeah.
Wasn't one like Candy, or maybe that's wrong?
Maybe.
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Oh, that's probably right.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
And then there was Circus.
Mhm.
Right. Where you smelled like a carny.
Yep, where you smelled like a carny, popcorn and sweat.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, just hay for some reason.
Okay.
Because that's where you sleep.
I have notes of hay.
That's my new perfume. It's called Boxcar.
I think I think Jeff was close. I think it's White Diamonds. That would be my guess.
Okay.
I also think it's white diamonds.
I think it's White Diamonds now that everyone else said it. So yes,
Man.
I'm helpful.
Just stealing answers.
Okay. The answer is, in fact, White Diamonds. So little information, because we're misinformation. Taylor personally supervised the creation and production of each of the 11 fragrances marketed in her name. There's also like red rubies and blue sapphires. According to biographers, she earned more money through the fragrance collection than during her entire acting career. And upon her death, it was estimated that the majority of her estimated 600 million to 1 billion estate consisted of revenue from perfumes.
Wow.
Also, she was
Yeah.
very well known for her jewelry collection.
Oh, yes, of course. An incredible jewelry collection. She
I
would
know
always have all the
about,
men she married to give her diamonds.
All I know about perfume comes from that like kind of dirty movie that came out in the 2010s.
Perfume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfume. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Steve
only
read the book
movie
and
I've
loved
ever
it.
seen. What was the?
That's the only
Sounds like
movie
some-
you've ever seen is Perfume?
No. There's some like
Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, I don't really watch movies, but I did
All
see Perfume.
film references are just from
I
Perfume.
did see Perfume. Yes.
It's like, detective, we got a guy in the tank. He says he's only seen the movie Perfume. He's a real nutcase.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
You'd have to be. That movie is a little crazy.
It's messed up.
It's
And
intense.
I only read the spoilers, like I read the Wikipedia page for it, and I was like, this is not for me. And I'm a ghoulish bitch.
Was it the
so-
orgy?
Ken and I watched it. It was pretty good actually.
Yeah, because you're sick.
I want that to
Anyway.
be your screen name, Lauren, on Xbox.
What's
I want that to be your screen name on Xbox. Ghoulish bitch.
Ghoulish bitch.
Oh my god.
It's true. Okay, question number 2. Speaking of ghoulish, this American contemporary artist has been living the high-rise life in the New York City art scene for years, working in Andy Warhol's factory in the 80s and striking up a friendship with Jean-Michel Basquiat. He is also currently cozy with celebrities who are fans of his psychological cubist style, including Kanye West, who had this artist design several album covers for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Who is this artist who probably owns, not rents?
I think I might know this.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
I know. Yeah.
This has come up before.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know the name.
You know what? I think I'm wrong because there's Japanese artists that he worked with for a couple album covers. But I think you're talking about the other album covers that weren't from that guy.
No, I know who you're talking about, and I can't remember his name, but he does like
that
panda
guy
bears and
was
smileys and like X's over the eyes. Murakami, yep.
Yeah, he did College Dropout, I think, and Late Registration.
So with that eliminated, I don't know.
And for that reason, I am out.
For that reason, I'm out.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm going to have to tap on this one. I'm really curious because I know I've seen the art. I know what it is. I just don't know the name.
I did give some hints to his name in the question.
Oh.
But
Owns,
give
not
up.
rents. That's going to be the famous artist Peter Von Mortgage.
Oh my God, I've been dying to own a Peter Von Mortgage my whole life. His work is so evocative. You know what I mean?
But you have to pay
Can
in
you
installments.
even own a Von Mortgage?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever really own a Von Mortgage? Yeah, that's true. It owns you, frankly.
You're just leasing a creation of life.
Okay, you guys give up? Does anybody have a guess?
I don't know, Lauren.
All right.
We all give up.
This is George Condo.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I say this selfishly because we have a George Condo at the Memorial Art Gallery where I work. It's called The Clown. You can look it up. And our public hates it. They hate it. We get so many letters from people who are like, I am deeply offended that this painting is up it. And it's not like, it's not offensive in terms of like, it's not dirty or, you know, obscene or anything. It's just ugly. Like it's an ugly, like clown with cigarettes in his ears and a woman's hands like coming around and like grasping him. And he has little tiny baby teeth. It's horrifying. It's the worst. So I hate it and I love it because people hate it so much. But yeah, George Condo's great. And also kind of he's a hack too. So anyway, he's
great,
kind of the
great
worst.
and a hack.
Yeah, great and a hack. Okay, question number 3. One of my favorite musicals, don't tell anyone, is West Side Story, with lyrics by a young Stephen Sondheim and music by this infamous composer and conductor of the New York Philharmonic. Who is this prodigious and talented musician who you might know best as the only lyric you know in an 80s song?
I'm gonna I was gonna say I'm gonna obscene, but that is not right.
Abstain.
I'm going to obscene too, as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like to abstain.
Right, I'm also gonna abstain because I'm pretty sure I know it.
This
Who's
painting
left to guess?
is crazy, by the way.
It's me, right?
I don't yeah, I don't remember this one though.
Is this the Leonard Bernstein?
It is Leonard Bernstein.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Leonard Bernstein. He also did the score for On the Town and On the Waterfront. He is currently deceased. Okay.
I think On the Town had the New York.
George Condo has a lot of clown paintings.
Yeah, I looked them up too, and they are terrifying.
Aren't they awful?
Ugh.
Yeah, he's we made the mistake or the great benefit to us of hanging that painting in our 17th century gallery. So it's next to a Dutch portrait of a gentleman with like a rough collar. So it was supposed to look like, you know, like then and now kind of thing. And people were just incandescent with rage about that being in the 17th century gallery, that it assaulted their senses to such a great degree. But that's what's so great about art, right? That even now in modern times, I'm going to get on my soapbox, even now in modern times, that there's still art, like that is old fashioned art that a lot of people don't think is very important anymore, can still like kick up those kind of feelings in people. And like,
sounds like a lot of people are fainting before the clown.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of fainting or riots, or like, this is why people like put
You have
acid.
to sweep up a lot of monocles.
Yes, a lot of monocles just snapping inside of eye sockets.
There's a chaise lounge for all the fainting.
Yes. We do have a little
fainting couch.
chaise lounge in there. Yeah. So that's why I like the condo. Anyway, question number 4. Carmine is used as a food dye in many different products, such as juices, ice cream, yogurt, and candy, and as a dye in cosmetic products, such as eyeshadow and lipstick. Although principally a red dye, it's found in many foods that are shades of red, pink, and purple. It's a little controversial in some circles, not only because some people have allergic reactions to it, but because carmine is made from what?
Oh, I know this one.
So do I.
Yeah, Matt.
Oh, yeah, I figured Ken
I
would know.
imagine Matt would know it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Became a big deal at my
Yeah.
location of work.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe it's from some sort of animal or like a bee or an actual animal. I don't know. Insect. I'm trying to think if it's something that vegans wouldn't like.
Warmer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's probably not from a flower. I don't think that would make anyone angry. Honeybee?
Take a guess.
I'm just going to say honeybee.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure it was crushed up like bug carapaces or shells, but I couldn't remember exactly.
Beetle shells specifically.
Yeah.
Beetle shells. Huh.
Yeah, it's crushed up bugs. Specifically, they're called cochineal scale insects, which are parasitic and native to subtropical and tropical regions. And as you can imagine, using carmine is usually what causes most cosmetics and foods to not be vegan. They're very ugly and gross. But yeah, it's technically not vegan. And so that's why a lot of like high-end cosmetics use carmine, because it's a really like deep, nice color.
I thought those beetles were from Italy, actually.
I think they were first used in Italy.
I see.
The carmine next to Saul.
Yeah, I knew a carmine.
Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were originally the
Giuseppe.
red in the strawberries and cream frappuccino, and that was one of the first big instances where people who were vegan were drinking and didn't realize that it was.
Boy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they changed the recipe. So that's why a lot of the places change recipes.
Now is cochineal, is that Neal or Neil?
It's like your name. It's Neal.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay.
You can tell people that's what your parents name. How your parents named you.
It's your
after
full, your full
that's your
given
full-
name.
My full name
first name.
is Cochineal Fisher.
You're named after a cockroach.
A cockroach.
Mm-hmm.
The old, yeah. Don't search cochineal either, because it didn't give me what I wanted right away. That's for sure.
It's Cochineal.
It's the H. Okay.
Yeah. Don't put the K in there. You'll really.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah,
That's
do not
your
do that.
algorithm.
Yeah, that'll screw up your algorithm. All right, I got one more question. You ready?
All right.
This is a movie TV question for you boys. All right, question number 5. This formidable actress, best known to millennials as the tough but loving Marilla Cuthbert in the Canadian TV films based on Anne of Green Gables, was an accomplished television and theater actress who was married to and divorced from George C. Scott twice and won 2 Tony Awards and 4 Emmys before her death in 1991. Who is this Canadian-American actress?
Did she get divorced from George C. Scott because she kept fighting in the war room?
Well, no, I was going to say he was probably yelling all the time.
Yeah.
He's an actor, man.
Oh, I know.
He might not be angry in real life.
Apparently he was. He was a real.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to tap.
Oh, boy.
Just based on you saying formidable, I'm just going to guess that her last name is Strong.
I did not give a hint to her
Oh.
name I'm sorry. It was more her personality. I guess I was the only one who watched Anne of Green Gables as a child, which is why I ended up the way I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give up. I'm not too big on not that I don't watch it, Anne of Green Gables, but I don't know the trivia there.
It's all right.
It's okay to admit that we don't watch Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not gonna burst into tears, I promise. Okay. I'll put you all out of your misery. It's Colleen Dewhurst.
Colleen Dewhurst. What did she win Tonys for?
Some plays.
Some sort of theater. Some sort of theater. I'll look it up.
Some sort of theater thing. She had like a beautiful, rich, deep, raspy voice, and like the most incredible smile to like the day of her death. But she was a Christian Scientist, and she died of cervical cancer, which was very preventable. But being a Christian Scientist, she did not go in for medical intervention. So
looks like she won Best Performance by a Featured Actress in a Play, All the Way Home, and Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Play, A Moon for the Misbegotten. So there you go.
she's great. Also, those movies are wonderful.
Oh,
I've
yes.
never heard of her.
Sorry. Well,
Time for a
Sorry, guys.
Dewhurst marathon.
yeah, get a Dewhurst marathon. She's great.
Did Rammstein write a song about her?
Probably, right?
Dewhurst.
It's good.
All right, so the scores don't matter, so we don't know where we're at right now, but we know we're having fun. So we're going to go into the swing round, which I wrote today, and it's sort of a relay, if you will. So I've kind of made up this format, I suppose, for this 10 questions. So every answer has, every question has 5 answers, but what we're going to do is we're going to pick an order right now, and I'm going to ask the question, and all of you have to answer in the order of your names that we pick. So you only get one guess. So if you get it, you can pass, then it goes to the next person, then the next question will start with that person, but you only get 5 guesses, and we'll see if we can get it, if that makes sense. So it'll start like, it'll be like Julia will be like, name the 5 members of the Rat Pack, and it'll be Julia will say Frank Sinatra, and then Lauren will say Sammy Davis Jr., etc. Okay. So let's see if we can do this. It'll be teamwork here. So any particular order that you would like, or we can do it random?
Let's go random.
Yeah.
All right, random. So we'll say we'll go Julia, Ken, Matt, Jeff, and Lauren. We'll do that. Okay. All right.
So random, Neil.
It is random. It's so Raven. Okay. All right. Number 1 for everyone listening. So remember, all of these have 5 answers. We'll start, and you only get 1 guess each, contestant. So we'll start with Julia. All right. The 5 sovereign states in the Nordic Council.
I'll go Norway.
Okay. Norway is correct. Then we go to Ken.
Sweden.
Sweden is correct. Go to Matt.
Finland.
Finland is correct. Go to Jeff.
Iceland.
Iceland is correct. And to Lauren to finish it out.
Denmark.
And that's all 5. Yes, correct.
Nice job.
Yeah, good team.
Good job, team. All right. Number 2 is going to be the Power 5 conferences in collegiate sports.
Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
The ACC.
ACC is correct.
What are we talking about?
On to
leave some easy ones.
I'll leave an easy one.
No,
Yeah.
don't. Let me flail. It's important.
Is it me?
Yeah, it is Ken. Yep.
Big Ten.
Big Ten is correct. On to Matt.
The SEC.
SEC is correct. On to Jeff.
What are these letters?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Pac-12.
Pac-12 is correct. So there's 1 remaining, Lauren.
This is you're trolling. You're all
just for the
trolling
record,
me. You all got on
Just for the record, Lauren,
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're saying. I just guessed Big Ten because I hear people yapping about the Big Ten all the
Doesn't
time.
the Pac-12 also have like 14 teams now? I forget how it is.
The Big Ten.
Yeah, the
has
Big Ten has
14
12.
teams,
Yeah.
That's right.
and then the one that we haven't mentioned has 2 less than its name.
Right. So far, Lauren, we've said ACC, Big Ten, SEC, and Pac-12. So there's 1 left.
The sexy 7, right?
Yeah.
This feels fake. This feels like you all got on the call before I got on. And we're like, ooh, you know what we should do?
So
to Lauren, I was gonna, as soon as you asked that question, I was like, okay, Duke, Roll Tide, whatever that is, right? I'm gonna go with 8. Feels like a good number. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the Elite 8.
Unfortunately, not the Elite 8. It is the Big 12.
Damn it!
The Big 12.
I was so close.
There's a Big 10 and a Big 12. It's confusing.
Yeah,
But they
the
have the
Big
opposite
12.
number.
The Big 12 has 10, and then the Big 10 has 14.
See-
the Pac-12 has 12.
No,
So-
this is not a real thing. I'm
hate
sorry.
college sports.
The Big East was dissolved. There's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on.
Where does the MAC
East
fit
was
in?
dissolved. That's the only thing I know. Like Syracuse was in the Big East, right?
Yeah.
So
Not anymore.
now what we're
Not
going to
anymore, I
do,
guess.
since I'm making these rules up as we go, since Lauren got that incorrect, now Jeff will be the caboose, and Lauren will be the first person to guess. Then it'll go Lauren,
You're-
Julia.
And face Jeff.
Okay. All right.
Taking it out on you. It's not your fault.
So we're starting with Lauren for number 3. The frequent inhabitants of the Mystery Machine.
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo is correct. Julia?
Daphne.
Daphne's correct. Ken?
Shaggy.
Shaggy's correct. Matt?
Velma.
Velma is correct. And Jeff?
Oh, of course, I'm left at the square wearing an ascot. I said Fred.
Fred is correct.
It's because you're wearing an ascot now.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's a good coincidence.
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr., right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Classic.
Zac Efron.
His last major film role, right?
Ooh, that probably, yeah. I mean, he hasn't done a lot. He's been in a lot of Star Wars stuff. Zac Efron is Fred in the new Scoob animated movie.
It's crazy that Jeff's wearing the full Fred outfit, except he's not wearing any pants whatsoever.
It's quarantine, baby.
Yeah.
Gotta be comfortable.
All right. So number 4, it's going to start again with Lauren. The 5 stages of grief or Kubler-Ross model.
I'm going to go with anger.
Anger's right. Julia?
Denial.
Denial's correct. Ken?
Vengeance. No, I'm just kidding. Acceptance.
Acceptance is correct. Matt?
Bargaining.
Bargaining is correct. And Jeff?
Oh, and yet again, a perfect coincidence. This is the one I'm in. This is depression.
Depression is correct.
Oh.
I'm doing great.
No, guys, I'm doing great.
Jeff's the best he's ever been, and I'm at rock bottom over here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, actually,
Just
I am
kidding.
I'm like sadly thriving. You're doing fine.
I'm doing fine.
You're doing
It's
just
George
fine.
Kind of
It'll all
fun.
work out. I'm doing better than many, so I'm happy to be where I am.
No, like all the people not out in public. This is my like best situation.
I believe that's acceptance, Ken. That's where you're at.
Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
at acceptance.
Way to bring it around, Matt. All right. So number 5, speaking of depression, we're going to start with LT again. Films in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
No.
Okay.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
That's correct. Julia?
Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
That is correct. Ken?
Dead Man's Chest.
Dead Man's Chest is correct. Matt?
There's one, I think it's like something the end of the world or something, but I'm not 100% sure. So at the edge of the world or something.
You're close. Close, but no cigar. Jeff?
I believe that one's at World's End.
At World's End is correct. We'll go back to LT for the last one.
Oh, what? Uh-oh. I'm just going to go with Pirates of the Caribbean. Full stop.
Period.
Unfortunately not. No. Julia?
Damn it.
Just pirates and stuff.
It's one that like doesn't make sense.
Yep, it is the last one.
I don't remember it, but like it doesn't make sense as a phrase. But I can't bring it.
All right, so we'll just tap here. So it is.
I know it.
Oh,
I
Ken
know
knows it. Ken knows it. Yeah.
It's Dead Man Tell No Tales.
Dead Men Tell No Tales. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we said
That's
at
right.
World's End, I believe. Yeah. So, okay. So number 6. Now we're going to start with Ken since he got that last one right. It's the 5 Marx Brothers.
Harpo.
Harpo. Okay, that is correct. Ken. Matt.
I was going to say Carl, but I'll go Groucho.
Groucho's correct. Jeff.
I remember there was a Zeppo that came up on an episode a while back, so I'm going to say Zeppo Marx.
Zeppo is correct. LT. These ones are the hard ones. These 2.
I know. Is it Arlo?
It's not Arlo. No.
Like Arlo Guthrie? No? Okay.
Julia.
I'll take Gummo.
Gummo. Correct. Yep. And
Cool,
back
good
to
job.
Ken.
That's the deep one.
Mm-hmm.
Marquee Marks.
Just
Marky Mark. So we've got Groucho, Harpo, Gummo, Zeppo, and there's one more.
Is it back to Ken?
Yeah, back to Ken. Yep.
I think it's Marco. No?
Mm-mm.
Marco? No?
Nope. So I'll give you guys this one. I remember it by saying Mark's in the Man because it's Chico in the Man. It's Chico.
Chico.
All right. So we will start with Matt on the next number 7 here. The 5 main characters of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
D.
D is correct. Jeff?
You mean the bird?
If he's going to go Deandra Reynolds, I will go her brother Dennis Reynolds.
Dennis is correct. LT?
Is there someone named like Danny or something?
Nope.
You know, Dan. The main character of Dan.
Dan.
He's so good. He's so funny. Love that show.
No,
Danny.
No Dan, unfortunately. No.
No, damn.
Julia?
Oh, I was thinking Danny DeVito. Oh,
Damn, Daniel.
Danny DeVito plays Frank Reynolds.
Frank is correct. Yep. Ken?
Charlie.
Charlie is correct. And one more, Matt?
Oh, Mac.
Mac is correct to round it out. Yep.
His full name, Ronald McDonald.
Oh, is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's great.
They call him Mac for short.
All right. Number 8, starting with Matt. The 5 boroughs of New York City.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's correct. Jeff?
I'm going to go Queens.
Queens is correct. LT?
The Bronx.
The Bronx, correct. Julia?
Manhattan.
Manhattan, correct. And Ken?
You guys are killing me.
Come on. your two favorite people are from there, Pete Davidson, and they always joke on SNL because who's the guy marrying ScarJo?
Colin Jost.
Colin Jost.
Colin
This
Jost.
is like
He's
the
also
only
from
one-
this place.
Long Island?
Incorrect. Close though. Matt.
You're close.
Staten Island.
Staten Island is correct. Yes.
Sing your song, LT.
Parking lot and garbage dump and parking lot and garbage dump and parking lot and garbage dump. Staten Island.
The jewel of New York City.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Starting with Matt. So you got Staten Island. Number 9. Give me the Africa's Big Five, basically the 5 animals that big game hunters used to call the Big Five, but it's also used on safari.
Okay, we'll start with your favorite, the jaguar.
Jaguar is incorrect, unfortunately, Matt. Sorry.
Because it's a panther, I know. That's
Jeff?
fine.
I got to go elephant.
Elephant
I think
is
it's the biggest of them all.
Is one. Yep. LT.
Rhino.
Rhino is one. Julia.
Lion.
Lion is one. Ken.
Giraffe.
Giraffe is not one of them. No. Matt.
The indignant hippopotamus.
No hippo either.
Wow.
Jeff.
I think it's the water buffalo.
That was one of the harder ones. Yep. Water buffalo is correct. And LT for the last one.
Of course. Is it like a is it a two-toed ungulate? Is it like
That's a solid ass question.
On the plane,
I will say it is a
and unblinking step into the sun.
it is a cat. It is not a jaguar.
Oh, it's a cat?
Yeah.
A cheetah?
Not a cheetah, although you'd think it would be a cheetah. And then Julia?
Right.
A leopard.
Leopard. Yep.
Nice job, Jewel.
Yep. Lion, rhino, leopard, water buffalo, elephant. All right.
Water buffalo's hard. Yeah.
That is the hardest one. I didn't even realize that was a thing. All right. So the last one, number 10, starting with Julia, the first 5 books of the Bible, or is it Pentateuch? Is that how you say that? Pentateuch. The old Pentateuch.
I'll say Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy is correct. Ken?
Exodus.
Exodus, correct. Matt?
Genesis.
Genesis, correct. Jeff?
My favorite Sega.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers.
Okay.
I'll say Numbers.
You answered for
That's
LT.
all of them.
But,
yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
Those were the ones that had already been named.
No, we still had
Save
2 to
some
go.
Bible
Nope.
for the rest of us.
It still had Leviticus.
I'm sorry. So Leviticus.
Leviticus is correct, and Jeff's favorite show, Numbers with the 3 backwards. Yes. So yeah, those were the first 5 books of the Bible. So yeah.
I forgot Jules said Deuteronomy. Sorry.
But yeah, good job, everyone. So that was the swing round.
What a fun game.
Nice. Yeah, that was
That was
fun.
great.
I was trying to bring us together.
All right. Well, who's next here?
Goldberg, anyone? Matt?
Let me wait because I have a guy in here fixing my internet right now, and he should be done relatively shortly.
Okay.
That sounds
I
like the
don't
video Jeff sent me a link for.
Yeah, I'll go after Jeff.
Okay.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
I would love to say that mine were inspired, like Ken's, by things I've been doing in quarantine, but I instead decided that I wanted to make stupid jokes. So these are all based on stupid jokes I came up with. So the first one, that's what she said. Suck, squeeze, bang, and blow are the 4 parts of a 4-stroke process. 4-stroke is one of the most common kinds of what engine?
I mean, I think I know, but
Suck, squeeze,
Bang and blow.
Bang and blow. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jeff showed me
4
this
strokes.
step by step one time. So
they're very good friends.
yeah,
Extremely close.
Very close.
I should listen more when Steve talks about engines.
well, here let me say this. How many kinds of engines can you name?
Fire engine.
That's one.
Ken's
I
favorite
can
movie,
name
The
I
Mortal
can name
Engines.
one kind of engine, so that's the one I'm gonna say.
The Mortal Engines, Ken?
Oh, what a great
the
film
Mortal
that
Engine.
Ken never saw the last 5 minutes of.
I have now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I finished it on a plane. Thank God.
Planes. What are those again? Lauren, the only engine I can name is a combustion engine.
Ooh, that's good. Okay. Julie and I are working together. This question. And I'm going to go with her answer.
Yeah.
Combustion.
I concur.
Yeah, I'm guessing internal combustion engine.
Yeah, you are all correct. This is the internal combustion engine. So they tend to be either 2-stroke or 4-stroke, and the 4-stroke refers to the fact that it uses intake, compression, exhaust, and let's see. So the suck is intake, squeeze is compression, bang is explosion, and blow is the exhaust. But yeah, they're commonly called by that.
So there's the 2-stroke, the 4-stroke, and the Billy Squier stroke, correct?
That is correct. I love you, Neil. All right. Question number 2. The point on Antarctica furthest from the Southern Ocean is known as what? It isn't the South Pole. If you can visit, there's a rather prominent statue of Vladimir Lenin waiting to greet you. If you're struggling for this answer, remember how much you need it tonight.
I can't remember this, but I'm just going to say a sucky place for vacation.
I have a guess based on Jeff's clue. I never would have gotten it without the clue.
Ah, good. I thought Neil might get that.
That's the only... I don't know if I should say it out loud to see if anyone else agrees, but...
no, say it out loud.
So
Let's
Need
hear
You
it.
Tonight makes me think of In Excess, the song. So maybe it's In Excess? I don't know.
I mean, Julia's our geography girl, and I don't think, at least you've never said anything to me.
Yeah, we haven't
Either-
It's over a bottle of wine. Let me tell you about the statue of Lenin on Antarctica.
I mean, we've talked about Stranger Things, so I don't think I even have a guess for this. Yeah, I mean, I would just assume it was the South Pole, but apparently that is not correct. So
No, it is. Neil picked up on the clue. It's the southern pole of inaccessibility.
Oh.
And it's the furthest point from the Southern Ocean at any point.
Nice.
Yep.
Neat.
So very, very clever, Neil.
Good job.
It was incorrect anyway, but it was close.
No, I know. No, but you knew what I was getting at.
60% there. You were close.
I'm going to pretend I did.
All right. Next question in the round. If Jan's assistant in the office became more than her rumored baby daddy and excelled to being a master assistant, he might have what German nickname? He would share this nickname with a well-known dark brown liqueur.
Yeah, I know this one, so I'll step aside.
Okay, so I know her assistant's name. And then ...
I don't know the show. So do you guys know any dark
Well,
brown?
I'll give you a clue, Neil. The assistant's name is Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter.
So if he became a master hunter in German,
Oh.
it would be this foul tasting liquid.
Kind of tastes like licorice, right? I haven't had it.
Oh, Jägermeister? Is that right?
That's what I think.
Yeah, Jägermeister does taste like black licorice, if that's
Gross.
what it is. Yeah, it's not good.
Jägermeister.
Jägerbomb.
Yep. If he was a master hunter, he would be a Jägermeister. So yeah, we said it'd be a Jägermeister.
Nice.
And then if you... Sorry, that was a stupid... I'm not even going to...
Say it.
You can't
Say it.
you can't giggle into the microphone and then not tell us.
Say it.
No, I was... Let me just make sure my stupid reference is correct so I don't make it double dumb.
Oh my God, it's not going to make
Yeah,
it
I was just going to say
anyway.
if you were a cast member on the OC, you'd be a Leighton Meester. But
Okay.
it's
Oh
stupid.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
She wasn't on the OC though.
That was Gossip Girls. But
that's what I meant. Yeah, that's why I was trying to look it up.
Yeah, I can see why you want to look it up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because-
So you're
I
embarrassed
always
yourself.
mix her up with Heart of Dixie.
Yeah, because they look
Yeah.
exactly alike.
Whatever.
Oh, Rachel Bilson?
Rachel Bilson,
Rachel
yeah.
Bilson.
Now I know
my
why Neil was trying to pull the eject switch on that that one. So
Because I knew inside that it was wrong, the OC, and I was like, I'm not going to say it. But anyway,
All right, fourth question. Don Adams was the voice of what bumbling cartoon detective? He was likely tapped for the role because of his famous portrayal of a 1960s bumbling spy. I'm sad to say that Steve Carell, who was cast as the spy in a 2008 remake, did not get the nod to do voice work on the 2015 reboot of the cartoon.
I know this one. Do you guys know this one?
My initial guess, I don't know if it lines up with the rest of his question. So I have a guess that it's probably not right, but Inspector Gadget would be my...
Ooh, that's good. See, I was going to say the only animated detective that I could possibly think of that also had a live action component was the Pink Panther, but that's not true. That's not right. So yeah, I'm going to go with Julia's. Again, Julia's carrying me. We're going to go with Inspector Gadget.
yeah, I picked up some of the Get Smart clues there, but I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I think Don Adams He was on Get Smart. He was Maxwell Smart, and I believe he also was Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. So Inspector Gadget had a 2015 reboot, and yep, Don Adams played Maxwell Smart in the original casting of Get Smart, and he also did the voice work for Inspector Gadget. So,
and I was thinking of Matthew Broderick playing.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, that's
Stewart
true.
did it in number 2.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Gross.
that movie? I remember when that came out. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great.
I still think I have all the McDonald's, like you could get each piece, like his leg and his arm and all. I think I have him fully assembled somewhere. All right, 5th question. If you walk into a Guitar Center, it's likely you're going to hear one of any number of songs, such as Smoke on the Water, Stairway to Heaven, or which 2002 movie that co-starred Patrick Dempsey?
Stairway to Heaven is actually banned at all guitar stores. You're not allowed to play it.
This is a rom-com, Neil.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know what it is now. Yeah. I was thinking that. I'm like, there's no way. But then I was like, oh, it is a rock song. You're right. Okay.
Is that Reese Witherspoon? Is that who's in this?
Pigeon Creek?
Yeah.
She might be.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what it is.
It's not
Legal
Crazy
Blonde.
Train.
Oh.
Yes, the romantic comedy Crazy Train.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Kid Rock classic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I would love to say that there's a movie called Freebird, but yes, no, this one is Sweet Home Alabama.
Josh
Nice.
Lucas. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to Josh Lucas?
He always
Poor
plays
guy.
the sort of the spineless kind of villain, not really, but like in between villain for some reason. I've seen him in like 6 movies recently where he's just like the spineless guy. I don't know why.
Just a little scummy.
Yeah, just like
Not
a tiny
evil,
bit
just
scummy.
a little scummy.
Yeah. Like doing his job, but also like for the purposes of the story, he's bad.
He
and you know what?
corners.
He could have been an early Ryan Gosling. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's got that classic all-American look.
Yep.
There's a lot of actors from that era. That
Are you
look
talking about the
exactly
look that a lot of people say I have? So
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I've always said that to Julia.
Thanks.
Resting bitch face.
Ken is like a young, bearded, dark-haired Ryan Gosling.
Very specific.
Fabulous.
You might have just made his year.
All right, Matt, it looks like you have the final 5 questions, barring any man in your room. Is someone still there, or are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. My internet's still down. He's still working. I see a blinking red light, which usually means everything's okay. So we'll move on from here. All right. Question 1. Early 20th century painter Henri Matisse was left bedbound later in life after surgery for abdominal cancer. This made traditional painting and sculpting too challenging for him, but after a quick consultation with Dave Coulier, he decided to switch to this art style, of which he is also known for.
I guess I have a guess.
I'm going to abstain from this.
So your clue makes me think of Dave Coulier, makes me think of Cut It Out, which I guess would be collage? Or
Does it make you think of movie theaters?
Of cutting it out? Oh, yes. Yeah, right. We won't go down that path.
You ought to know that one.
Collage or perhaps papier-mâché, LT?
Ooh, fancy.
All right.
Well then.
I would say collage.
Yeah, collage.
I was thinking
That
he
makes
was
sense.
got really into ventriloquism.
Yeah,
He's
well,
doing a lot of stuff with wood.
Yeah, I could imagine Henri Matisse going, wood?
Well, the answer I'm looking for is cutouts.
Yes.
But it's basically collage, more or less. He cut stuff out, pasted it together, doing second grade artwork, but it's a little impressive.
That blue nude, that like classic, every like college girl had that poster of just like the blue figure sitting with like their arm over their head. That's part of his later work, and they're called cutouts. Collage is, not to be pedantic, I'm taking Jeff's place here, but collage is actually like assembling many cutouts from other material, like ephemera, so like newspapers and magazines and that kind of thing, and then like layering it to make a separate artwork. His was just like colored paper that he would cut out figures and things. So it was a creative process.
Question 2. You'd have to be living in a bubble to not know that Taylor Swift's song "We're Never Getting Back Together" was written about this Hollywood leading man.
Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm in.
I really enjoy these questions. By
I want
the
to
way.
see Jeff.
They're
Jeff, what do
very
you
good.
what do you think,
I'm
Jeff?
sure you do.
Jeff, do you have a guess on this?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah,
I think everybody else is pretty dialed in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing. Please tell me it's the whoever was in Bubble Boy. Let's see.
Warmer.
Yeah, I can't remember who was in that though.
Yeah, don't
Is
break.
the answer to this question very mysterious?
Yeah, don't break your
If you're
back.
going to tell me Mysterio, I'm going to guess that it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yep.
Yeah.
The answer
Yeah.
is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Nice.
Who among you four is the biggest Taylor Swift fan?
Probably Neil.
I'm
No.
going to remove myself
No.
from contention.
No, I
Because you love her so much.
I think I've only listened to like 2 of her songs, so definitely not me.
Oh,
No, Ken has bad blood with her.
that's
So
probably me then. I do like her early music.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
What's her
She's
name?
great.
Swift Heads, or what are her fans' name? Is that what you are, Matt?
Swifties.
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 Mhm.
Yeah, Red is a wonderful album.
Great album.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe I
she
have
makes
listened to that.
nice, non-offensive pop. It's not bad. She gets a bad rap.
She really does. And her documentary on Netflix, what was it? Do you
Miss
remember?
Americana.
Miss
It must
Americana?
be
That's great.
really hard for her.
Yeah. We should all feel bad for her. Okay. We'll move on to question 3. This TGIF show was surprisingly not set in Dallas, but rather Port Washington, Wisconsin, and was seen as an updated Brady Bunch.
I think the dream got broken, Matt.
Oh, I love TGIF. That was
So I think I'm going to step back from this one because I clearly know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love TGIF as well. Julia.
I'm going to take a guess here, if you guys are okay with that. And
Yeah, that's
is
fine
it
with
a
me.
step by step, maybe?
That was my guess.
Mm-hmm. Yes, starring Phil Duffy from Dallas. Step by step.
Nice.
Isn't it Patrick Duffy?
Yeah, I was going to say Patrick Duffy, right?
Oh, yeah. Who's Phil Duffy?
You're thinking
Ian
Phil
Summers.
Dunphy?
I was just
Phil
thinking.
Duffy's his brother.
Yeah, fair enough. I know what I'm doing.
Or you might be thinking of Philip
Professional
Duffy.
podcaster.
Philip Duffy, who's the Woods Hole Research Center affiliate, who has 7,989 citations on climate.
Yeah,
That is correct.
you're right.
Obviously.
That is what I was
course.
thinking
Yeah. Shout out to Dr. Phil Duffy.
of. Usually I write my references in my notes, but then sometimes I don't. And then I mistake. So here we go. Question 4. If Neil were to write an autobiography, he may call it The Man with the Upper Back Tattoo if he were following in the footsteps of this comedian who named her book The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo.
I know this one, so I will abstain.
I don't know.
Yep, I got it.
I have a guess, but it's not really based on too much. I'm going to guess Eliza Schlesinger, just because she kind of does a lot of commentary on culture, I guess.
My only guess would be Amy Schumer, because that would make sense for me.
Yeah, well, the answer is Amy Schumer. So you were right.
Yeah, she's related to our senator, Chuck Schumer.
Oh.
They're cousins.
Is that for real?
Yeah,
No
that's for
joke?
real. Yeah,
Oh,
no
man.
joke. Yeah.
I had no idea.
She like campaigned with him at some point or appeared with him for some political thing or whatever. Yeah, they're like second cousins or something like that.
That was like I didn't realize Chris and Andrew Cuomo were related until like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at them next to each other, they both have like mafia faces. You know,
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, I can see that. They're both like big faced Italian guys with sad eyes, like Al Pacino. So done.
With sad eyes.
There was
They do.
There was a great story with Amy Schumer. She just recently had a baby, and she named the kid Gene, and the last name is Fisher, and the middle name was named after Dave Attell, as like kind of to honor Dave Attell because they're friends. So the name was Gene Attell Fisher, but they realized it sounded like genital, so they changed it to Gene David Fisher. Yeah,
and there was a lot of theories floating around on Twitter that was on purpose to just
I'm sure
be like jokey, and that they didn't actually name him that.
Got good headlines,
Like
so
for real. It did. It got a great headline. So
yeah.
And there hasn't been any headlines about naming babies since. Weird. All right, we can move on to question 5. This dog breed never has to ask Santa for a little help in the speed department, as it is the fastest one in the world.
I got to guess.
All right.
I got it.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yep.
Shall I answer the dog breed question?
Sure. Yeah, it's the Alaskan Malamute, right?
I think it's the Greyhound. Yeah,
I would think so too.
Santa's little helper is a Greyhound.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 dog breeds they race, and it's Whippets and Greyhounds, and I think it's a Greyhound.
Yep. Ken picked up on it. Santa's little helper from The Simpsons is a Greyhound. Greyhound is the fastest dog breed.
Mm-hmm.
So according to Greyhounds, or within the family of Greyhounds, I know like the University of Southern Illinois are the Salukis. Is that just a type of Greyhound? Because that's a fast dog as well, right?
Salukis have like that long, luxurious hair too.
They're the Fabio of Greyhounds, right?
Yes. The Fabio.
But it creates drag, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little
So they're not
drag,
that
yeah.
fast. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's why everyone's always shaving Salukis.
Yeah, the competitive ones shave before every meet.
Right.
I
And then they
believe.
do cupping and smoke weed and all that stuff.
Carbo load, etc.
Yeah, right. Now,
What's my 5?
Julia, you have the final 5, I believe, right?
I do, and I wrote the final 5 in the spirit of a traditional Triviality final round.
I'm so excited for this.
Lauren knows the categories, but she has not. She doesn't
I
know
have
the
not
questions.
heard the questions. No.
Okay, so I'll give you the categories. You know, you think about it, and then we will proceed. So our categories are always, thinks, OB, diva, and playtex.
Okay. I'm gonna bet 1 million points all the way down.
Oh yeah,
that's good.
I'm gonna go conservative and say 500,000.
I'm very familiar with these categories.
He's got a whole closet just full of all of it. He's a very considerate man.
And I live by myself, so it's weird.
For emergencies, you never know when a menstruating woman is going to show up at your house.
Yeah.
I do know when a menstruating woman is going to show up my house, and the answer is never.
So I'll read them. I'll read them through one time, and then we'll come back to them and do everyone's answers like normal. Okay. Question 1. Always. In 2007, which American corporation replaced its long-running slogan, "Always low prices, always," with "Save money, live better"? Question 2. Thinks. Originally composed as a lullaby with the name "A Time for Tony," the 30-second song, formerly known as "Think!" is better known as the main theme to what long-running television program? Question 3. OB. Despite dying at the end of Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope in 1977, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi sure shows up in a lot of the series' films. According to George Lucas, Obi-Wan Kenobi's home planet is named for which comedian, quotidian journalist, and 2-time host of the Oscars? I will accept either the planet name or the person's name. Question 4. Diva. The VH1 Divas concerts aired annually from 1998 to 2004. The inaugural VH1 Divas show at New York's Beacon Theater featured 5 headliners: Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Aretha Franklin, Gloria Estefan, and which best-selling female artist in country music history? And finally, question 5, Playtex. Neil Armstrong's handmade, completely customized spacesuit, the first garment to touch the surface of the moon, was a product of the industrial division of the women's bra manufacturer Playtex. All 8 days, 3 hours, 18 minutes, and 35 seconds of Apollo 11's mission took place during which month and year?
And then afterwards, he took off his spacesuit, and we just felt so relieved.
I know what I know, and I know what I don't know, so I'm locked in.
All right. Category 1, always. In 2007, which American corporation replaced its long-running slogan, "Always low prices, always," with "Save money, live better"?
I'll start on that one. I think that is Walmart, maybe?
I can confirm that is
Same.
Walmart.
That's what I said.
Around there. the time of the rollback price type deal, so I said Walmart.
Great job, everyone. It is Walmart. And then the following year, 2008, they removed the hyphen from their logo and replaced the star with a spark symbol representing a sunburst or flower. As of last year, Walmart is the world's largest company by revenue with $514.4 billion in 2019. It's also the largest private employer in the world with 2.2 million employees.
Man, capitalism is a cancer, right, guys? Hey, yo.
Ooh. All right, category 2, Thinks. Originally composed as a lullaby with the name A Time for Tony, the 30-second song formerly known as Think! Is better known as the main theme to what long-running television program?
I have no idea on this one.
I got it.
Frasier.
I said Big Bang Theory.
Oh, that makes sense. I had no idea. I said The Sopranos.
I'm going to say Jeopardy. It's Jeopardy, isn't it?
Oh.
That makes perfect sense, the 30-second thing. And you said think ! So, yeah, I didn't have an answer, but Jeopardy sounds really good.
Yes, the answer is Jeopardy.
Nice job.
So yeah, the song was written by Merv Griffin, who later estimated that the theme song alone has earned him royalties of over $70 million.
Whoa.
Yeah. The 30-second version has a tempo of 132 beats per minute, so that exactly 30 seconds elapse between the start of the first note and the start of the last two timpani hits at the end.
And it's in drop D.
There you go.
So you really headbang to it.
There's got to be a metal Jeopardy cover on YouTube somewhere. I'm going to find it immediately.
All right, category 3, OB. Despite dying at the end of Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope in 1977, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi sure shows up in a lot of the series films. According to George Lucas, Obi-Wan Kenobi's home planet is named for which comedian, quotidian journalist, and two-time host of the Oscars? I will accept either the planet name or the person's name.
Yeah, I know
this one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I think it's his Twitter handle. I can't remember.
I have no idea. I'm going to say Bob Hope.
What's that term you said? Quotidian?
Did we lose Joel?
Oh, she's frozen.
She looks like Han Solo in the Carbonite.
She's into the unknown.
Oh, she's back. Okay. So, did you guys have answers ready?
My guess was Billy Crystal, but I don't think that's true. I don't think he was a journalist. At least I don't think so. I mean, what do I know? Apparently nothing.
He does everything. Yeah, we mentioned a bunch of hosts. Neil Patrick Harris, Seth MacFarlane, but they've, I think, only hosted once. Ellen DeGeneres did twice. And
Whoopi Goldberg.
Jeff, Whoopi Goldberg did a bunch. But Jeff was talking about the definition of quotidian, so maybe Jeff can enlighten us.
Yeah, I think that basically means daily. But I was pretty sure I already knew the planet's name, which is Stu John. So I think it's Jon Stewart.
Get out. Are you serious? It's called Stu John?
Oh, yeah. When I heard that, I thought it was so stupid. I couldn't forget it.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
All the points for Jeff.
It's the stupidest thing in Star Wars, except for Jar Jar Binks.
Except for all of it. All of the stuff that was like retroactively added is so stupid.
By the way,
Star Wars anymore. We can't decide that.
The good news is I don't have to care.
A little trivia for y'all about OB, the menstrual product. OB was designed by a gynecologist, and it is, I think, the only one in the market that does not have an applicator.
Oh,
so not super popular.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No sport version of that one.
No. Nope.
Just a little extra flavor. Apparently, at the Star Wars Celebration convention in August 2010, The Daily Show host Jon Stewart asked George Lucas for the name of Obi-Wan Kenobi's planet, to which Lucas replied, Stu John. It has since been accepted as canon. And also, the Shanghai nightclub shown in the beginning of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is called Club Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas wrote them both, so it's a fun little nod for people who care.
It's nice when you've run out of ideas and you're just like, what can I steal from myself?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like anything George Lucas says is canon. So you could just like yell at him and whatever he says in response, you're like, oh, that's canon.
Write it down.
Put it on the
I thought
Wikipedia
George
page.
Lucas isn't in charge anymore of the canon.
Not anymore. I think Kathleen Kennedy, technically, I guess, or Lucasfilm would be in charge of the canon now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Category 4, Diva. The VH1 Divas concerts aired annually from 1998 to 2004. The inaugural VH1 Divas show at New York's Beacon Theater featured 5 headliners: Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Aretha Franklin, Gloria Estefan, and which best-selling female artist in country music history?
I've got this one, so I'm going to step back.
Me too. That was the only one I knew.
I'm torn between 2 figures, one of which had a sitcom and one of which is more known for country music and I guess a theme park. Right?
Oh, it's interesting where you're at over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Dolly Parton, I guess.
So was your other thought Reba McEntire, Ken?
Reba.
That's a good one. I don't know this one for sure, so I'll have to steal your Reba.
I'm gonna join LT here, and I think she would agree with me that those answers don't impress us that much.
No, they do not.
Shania Twain.
They're no Brad Pitt, that's for sure.
That's right. I think we were going Shania, right?
Mm-hmm.
LT, yeah.
Yeah.
You two are correct. It is Shania Twain.
Although Reba should have made it because...
Well, sure. Reba is a diva in her own right.
Reba.
Yes, Shania Twain's third studio album, Come On Over, from 1997, is the best-selling studio album of all time by a female act in any genre and the best-selling country album of all time.
Oh, wow.
The facts about her are so astounding. It's really cool. Like I just never realized just the accomplishments of those few albums of hers and how prolific they were.
Yeah, she was also the first female artist in history to have 3 consecutive albums certified diamond by the RIAA.
Wow.
Which is amazing. Jewel, you and I, next time we do karaoke, should do Fancy.
Everybody loves a 7.5 minute long song
about
a mother asking her daughter to go into prostitution. It's really
and then burning a house down, something, but it's great.
That's what it reminds me of. Rock Band or a Guitar Hero, I can never remember. I would sing Foreplay Long Time, and it's funny because when you're like in a groove of people performing, it gets to that song and you have to wait like 3 minutes and you just kind of stand there like waiting for the lyrics to come in. It's just really awkward.
And finally, our last category, Playtex. Neil Armstrong's handmade, completely customized spacesuit, the first garment to touch the surface of the moon, was a product of the industrial division of the women's bra manufacturer Playtex. All 8 days, 3 hours, 18 minutes, and 35 seconds of Apollo 11's mission took place during which month and year?
I have no idea.
I know.
Actually, this is not good for me. But I'm going to say October of 67.
I thought it was earlier.
Yeah, probably.
I thought it was I thought it was 61, and I was thinking April, but I might be completely off. But I have no.
Yeah, it was pre JFK assassination, I think, right? And I think he died in 63. So yeah, I'm with Matt. I think it's 61, but I have no idea what month it would be.
Yeah, Jeff, you have an idea?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the moon landing was July 20th, 1969. So I was going to say July of 69.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Because they celebrated the 50th last year.
Yeah, exactly. When I was working at the Science Museum, we had a whole thing planned that never happened because it was a terrible museum. But yeah, July 1969.
July 1969 is the answer. Yes, that is the moon landing. So yeah, it was kind of in my mind because I knew we had the big anniversary last year. But quick, I want to give you some more details about these Playtex spacesuits. So whenever they were trying to plan all of these missions, what astronauts would wear was actually one of the underrated technical challenges of going to the moon. So the suits had to be inflated and pressurized from the inside. They also had to be tough, be able to withstand a temperature range of about 500 degrees, fluctuating either way, as well as survive being hit by a micrometeorite going 36,000 miles per hour while the astronauts were wearing them. So, no big deal. The suits had to be flexible, and the gloves should allow for an astronaut to be able to pick up a dime. So they had to be like, you had to be able to still have dexterity in them. And the team from Playtex, which was a group of skilled seamstresses and engineers, convinced NASA to let them enter their test suit in a closed invitation-only bid at their own expense. And they spent 6 weeks working around the clock, arriving at a suit solution that vastly outperformed the other two competitors. And that same division of Playtex is now the independent company ILC Dover, which still makes every NASA spacesuit.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Cool.
We also have an episode about the Apollo program. I don't know if any of your listeners are interested in that, but I'm looking it up right now and my computer's being very slow. So I don't remember what episode number it is, but it's about the Apollo program.
And what's your podcast called again?
Oh, it's called Misinformation, a trivia podcast with Lauren and Julia.
There you go. Check out
there you go.
Misinformation.
Check out Misinformation.
Matt,
So guys,
One of our earlier ones.
that would be episode 4, Project Apollo or Dads in Space. Is that correct?
Yes, it is Project Apollo or Dads in Space, episode 4. Yeah, it's an early one, so our sound isn't amazing, but
the content is.
So who won today? Everybody?
I think we all won.
We all won.
Listeners won.
Everyone
The
needs.
winning is the friendship we made along the way.
Exactly.
There you go.
Everyone needs a win, right? We need.
Yeah.
Just
we
like
all need to
Frodo
win.
and Sam, right?
Oh.
Right, Neil?
That's right. They had the sting. They both won. It was a consensual stab.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's exactly how Lord of the Rings went.
Sam does wield Sting as well at one point.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, thank you both for joining us. As always, we love having you here. Where can people know where you're at? But if they don't, where can they find you quickly?
We are available anywhere you get podcasts. We're also on Twitter at MisinfoPod. We have a Facebook page, Misinformation, a trivia podcast, and we're generally available.
Yeah. I mean, what are we doing? You know. So yeah, please listen to our podcast, rate, review, and subscribe.
Yes, the reviews are important.
And rate, review, and subscribe Triviality.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, thank you. Matt, we've been getting a lot more people on the crop. We almost have 1,000 people, which is pretty crazy, and it's awesome. So thank you everyone for interacting over there. And speaking of reviews, though, Matt, we're almost at what, 200?
Reviews? We're almost at 300.
Almost
we
at 300.
275.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And almost most of them are even good.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you to all those people.
That's all we can ask for.
And no thank you to those with 1 star.
Well,
Why bother?
Keep your star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you'd like to check out Misinformation, they just told you where you can find them. They also have a PayPal if you'd like to donate to them to keep them going. And along with that, we have a Patreon. You can support us over there for extra content at patreon.com/Triviality Podcast, where there are, I think, a couple different extra programs where we hang out with Julia and Lauren and have fun and play games. So you can hear that over there. Thank you very much for joining us here in Akron, Ohio at this Airbnb littered with cat hair and dander. For Jeff, Ken, Matt, Julia, Lauren, my name is Neil, and that was Triviality.